going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing this Halloween spell book by Beetles and doing a random Halloween nail set. So if you want to know what's in this kit and what set I end up doing, make sure you keep on watching. So here is Beetles Halloween spell book. Let's just see what's inside. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting this. In this little pouch, we have a little passage to read, but I wanna see what's in here. It looks like little tattoos. Of course, fake tattoos. And then here we have nail stickers, which we might use for today's video, who knows? And then over here is the goodies. So they gave us some rings. And of course, these rings scream Halloween. Look at this one. It makes me want to do a spider set, honestly. I mean, who wouldn't want to wear these showing off their Halloween set? And I could have wore these with my bat nails I did last week. So it looks like we have different color gels over here and a liner. So this is black and blue. What does that look like? Let's see. What is a black and blue? It's basically black. Okay. So a black liner gel right there. And then we have 6 different colors. And here they are. And I am going to do a set only using what comes in this book. So let's see what we come up with, y'all. I already have nails on. I was gonna do a different set with these nails, just something quick for Instagram and TikTok content, but I might just use what I already have on for this actual set. And I was leaning more towards a simple set, don't get me wrong, but y'all already know I gotta make things more complicated for myself than what they actually need to be. So we are going to spin the wheel. So on this wheel I have cartoon characters. Whatever cartoon character it lands on, and that's the cartoon character that I'll have to put a little Halloween twist to it. Let's go ahead and spin it and see what we end up with. I feel like I've done SpongeBob so many different times already. I want something else. I'm sorry, SpongeBob. I should have really took it off and put something else on there. Bugs Bunny. I don't know how I feel about that, but let me do some research and I'll try it. So obviously we know Bugs Bunny is gray. He's a gray bunny. But in our spell book from Beetles, y'all see what colors we're working with. We're not working with a gray. And I wanted to only use what came with the kit. I might have to pull in a few other colors, but that got me to thinking, it's Halloween anyways, right? So why not make a Frankenstein version of Bugs Bunny? Me and my ideas, child. I was thinking taking this picture right here, painting that, but making him green and look like Frankenstein. We already have a green right here, but I'm definitely gonna have to use some other colors to accomplish this look. So I'm gonna bring out some other Beetles gel polishes. And we have some liner gels here. We have a white, a pink, neon orange. We got a yellow, a green, and a blue. And I will have all of the Beetles products that I use in this video, including the spell book, in my description down below for purchase. So make sure you go check that out. For the base, I'm really feeling this color right here. This is what came in the Halloween spell book. But let's see it on the nail, because I think this is what we're gonna have as a base. Oh, yep, that's it. That's what we're looking for. The real question is, though, do I want to second coat that or leave it like that? I ended up putting one more coat off camera. I can't even lie. I just wanted it to look a little bit more purple. Whenever I know I'm getting ready to do nail art, I like to do it on a matte surface. So I have this matte top coat I'm putting on right now. And I'm going to put one thin layer of the matte top coat. And I'm going to cure this for about 30 seconds. And this just helps my detailed nail art just go on a lot smoother. Now, me personally, I like to base all of my art, especially when I'm doing characters, I like to base it in white, and that makes whatever color that I'm gonna put over it brighter. So I am gonna use this brush, the blue one. And first I'm going to start in white and create the shape of his head, Bugs Bunny's head. So for the shape of Bugs Bunny's head, I'm gonna start with a line and then kind of work my way around that one line. So as you can see, I'm starting kind of with the M for the top of his head. And then for the bottom, I'm going to focus on the white part of his face. So I'm doing the shape of the white part. And I start with the V at the top and then just come around with his cheeks and then form the shape of where his chin is, or where his mouth drops, really. And that one line in the middle really helps me keep things symmetrical. So that's why I started with a one line. And I want to do the same one line for both of the ears, and then we're going to work our way around that one line to create the ears. I'm telling you, that one line, it saves my life every time. And by now, y'all should know we're gonna cure it just like this. So we can have a base just in case we mess up moving forward. We load up on my brush, twist it around, and just fill it in with white. And get those ears, and we are done. I mean, I feel like that looks like Bugs Bunny. Listen, for my sake, I hope this does look like Bugs Bunny. All right, I'm gonna cure that. I almost forgot to give him a neck. So let's fill that in right here as a neck. There we go. Now it's not just a floating head. Even though for the Halloween theme, we could have passed with a floating head. And I almost forgot that we're turning this into a little Frankenstein, a Bugs Bunny. So I added the little bolts on either side of his head. And hopefully that'll make sense later. But I think it is already making sense. Now let's color him in. As promised, we got the green from our little spell book. It's like a slime green, if you know what I mean. Like that Nickelodeon slime. But today it's gonna be Frankenstein green. And I'm only gonna put it like on the top part of his head because of course this part is actually white. So we're gonna leave that white, but the parts of his head that is gray, we're gonna make it green instead. So I am just gonna fill this in and just go in like that. And the parts that I want to stay white, I'm gonna just leave it white. And can't forget that neck. Ooh, that's bright. But this green gonna have to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for 30 seconds. So now the ears. So I really wanna make the pink in the ears. And I have these 2 shades of pink. And this is way too light for me, but I feel like this is, it's almost the perfect shade. But I know if I put a little bit more white in it, then it will be the perfect shade. So I'm just gonna drop this on this white and just mix that white in there. And we're gonna use that for the ears. Now I'm just gonna mix this together a little bit. I might need to add a little bit more white. Where's my white? Yeah, sometimes you just gotta mix colors to get the perfect shade of what you need for your design. And yeah, that's kind of what I need right there. More of like a softer pastel pink. The little pink. Oh, I might need to put white down before I do this. Oh crap. Okay, cure that. And I'll go in on top with the pink. Oh, we're gonna need more pink than that. All right, there we go. I think it's only right to do the eyes next. So with the eyes, I am just gonna start with a straight line. A straight line down. And then make a cross. And the cross needs to be exactly how wide I would want the eyes. And I think that's good. And then you can color it in. And there goes your little eyeballs. I'm just gonna take a little bit of black, and this is the black liner from our Halloween spell book. I want one to be big and one to be small. And that's about as good as it's gonna get. Let's go on for the nose next. Now the nose is a little darker than this. I'm gonna put a little bit of red in there. It's in the shape of an upside down triangle. Like a little button nose. So now I'm moving on to the mouth. Off camera, I kind of made the shape of how the mouth is. And I'm just gonna fill it in with the red that came out of the kit. I'm not gonna lie, right now it don't look right, but I'm gonna try to trust the process myself because right now I don't. That doesn't look too bad after you put a second coat to it. In the mouth, it has some shading. So I put some top coat and mixed it in with just a dab of black. And now I'm gonna go in with his teeth. And both of his teeth kind of come like at a point in the middle for whatever reason. So I am just gonna mimic that. Go down the middle. Oop. Well, I'm gonna fill them all in and then we're gonna go down the middle with a black line anyways. All right, I put 2 coats of that, but that's gonna look a lot more like teeth once I'm able to outline everything. But I want to like slide his tongue in down here, and I don't think I'm gonna get it exactly the way it is in the picture. We might just have a little lump right down there to represent his tongue. And now I have the same shade of pink that I used for the nose, and I'm gonna put it right over this white for the tongue. And the tongue looks like a water gum right now. But once I did the line work, it makes sense. Now, I did the bottom half of his face, the line work off camera, because I was a little nervous, okay? I didn't want to mess up. But I have a little bit more confidence in myself about this top half. So we're going to go ahead and do that on camera. So I'm just outlining every little detail, everything that's outlined basically in the picture. I'm also outlining on the nail. Okay, so off camera, I did the duck. I can't remember his name. If y'all remember his name, put it in the comments down below, but I cannot remember his name to save my life. But I did the duck, and I had to do this one off camera, y'all. I'm sorry, because I was a little nervous doing it on this small pinky. Everything I used on this nail came from Beetles, so thank you, Beetles. Shout out to you. And now we gotta get to this pointer. We just gotta do the rest of the nails. So I wanna complete it with the pig that's in the picture. We're gonna make him green, of course. I kind of want the pig to be, well, I want them all to be looking at something. And whatever they're looking at, that's what's going to be on the nail that I have left after I do the pig. So I'm thinking about doing the pig on the pointer and just flipping his face the opposite direction. That way they're all kind of looking at this middle finger. And whatever's on that middle finger, that's what they're like scared of. Okay, so I put 2 coats of this polish right here and a matte top coat like I did with the rest. And I'm using this liner, and then I'm gonna use this to do the silhouette of our pig's head. I'm gonna go across the middle, and that will represent the middle of our head. He has big cheeks, so. And then this right here will be his chin, and hopefully this will make sense later. All right, now I just cured that because I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it, but we're gonna fill this in. Get every corner. I almost forgot the ears. There's one right here. And then there's one over here in the corner. Now I'm gonna take that green and let's make him a Frankenstein pig. It definitely looks like a big green blob right now, but we're gonna try our best to make this look like a pig. I'm gonna start with his eyes. Like that. Cross, cross, and we want more of an oval shape, a skinny oval. I need him to have a little bit more of a forehead. I put it up too high. Just wipe that little part off. And now just fill both of them in. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going in with the nose. I have black on this liner, and then this is the blue liner. And I almost never get an outline right on the first try. So this is definitely gonna take a couple tries before I get it right. But I'm gonna start with like a little triangle to start with the tip of his nose, well, his snout. And he has something coming up like right there. And then it's like something like that. Comes down like that. Oh yeah, this is gonna have to change. And then this comes around this way. Oh, it looks like a goblin. Okay. And it's open just like that. That doesn't look bad though for the first try. Try to clean up these lines as much as possible, and if I go in too much, I'll just have to redo it. But at least now I know how I want it to look for the most part, because we don't want a messy piggy face. I'm gonna take a little bit of the green, and his little cheeks go up at the bottom of his, underneath his eye. And I forgot about that. So now we have to try and fix that. Let's put a little bit of that green there, and I'm probably gonna have to put another coat because as you can see, we can see right through that. That is as good as it's gonna get right there. Once I outline everything, hopefully it'll look a little better. I'm gonna cure that. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish off his eyes. Now I usually leave outlining until the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyes. So right here, we're gonna do like a little line. Perfect. Let's go ahead and clean up his eye up here at the top and do it over. So he has some wrinkles up here, which is why I really wanted him to have just a little bit of forehead. So he has like 2 wrinkles, kind of where his eyes are coming up. Another one is in this little corner right there. I think it's really going to start coming together more if we just get this mouth together. So I'm going to go ahead and put down some white inside of the mouth. And then we're gonna go over it with some red. Honestly, we can keep it like this and that looks pretty spooky to me. I'm gonna take the red, and this is the same red from the Halloween kit, by the way. And we're just gonna go and cover up this white. And that's the one coat right there, but I want to do a second coat. You probably don't have to, but I want it to be like red. And that is the red that I'm looking for right there. All right, I'm gonna cure that. In his mouth, you can see there's some black, and it's like a gradient black and red. But towards the back of his mouth is black. So I am going to take some top coat here and just let it drop on the black that I already used right there. I'm just gonna mix the two together to make a jelly black. I'm trying to be resourceful and use the black that I already have on my palette. Let's see if we can pick some up. But I'm gonna take this and just put it towards the back of his mouth. And I love that. Just a little bit of shading can really make your nail art pop. And now we gotta do his tongue. So I want his tongue to be pink. So we gotta go back in with our white. So the tongue goes up, sticks up, and then it comes down. So we're gonna start it off as a line and then kind of work our way around the line. So I'm gonna just go around the line. His tongue might work his way out of the mouth a little bit, maybe, maybe not. I don't think it will have to. And it looks really crazy now, but it'll look better in a second. I'm gonna fill in this little outline of the tongue that we have with white, and I'm gonna need more white to fill that in. And that's that. Now I still have that mixture that I use on the bunny's tongue. I mixed pink and red together to get this little darker color. And I'm just gonna use it to fill in on Mr. Pig's tongue. There we go, to fill that in there. I think we're pretty good with that one. I'm gonna cure that. Now I'm just gonna outline the shape of the tongue. Goes down the middle. And there you have your tongue. And there's kind of a shadow underneath the tongue, kind of right here. So I'm gonna take that black and bring it on down like right there. So there can be a shadow there. And I'm gonna grab some of this right here. This is some white and I mixed it with some top coat to make like a jelly white. And there's some light spots in his tongue. I know his tongue is so small, but I like to get the small details too. That's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that and we're almost done. And I'm just gonna take the jelly black that I mixed together and just go in wherever I want shading to be on his face. So kind of down there. And then there's some on his cheek over here. I'm gonna go in right there on his face. And then there's a little bit on his head up here. I'm gonna blend that out just a little bit more, but that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Since we have a little bit more space on his face, since his head is so big than the other two characters, I thought, why not just create like a scar or something on his face? Cool. Totally forgot about his shirt. He has a shirt and a bow tie actually, but it cuts. Y'all see the nail is very, very short, but there's still room to put something right there. So I'm just gonna take this blue liner, and I'm just gonna make just something to say that he has a shirt and not a floating head. That looks good. Now put the little bolts on the sides of his head. I don't think there's nothing else to be done at this point. It's time to wrap it on up. So I am gonna go ahead and top coat it. Get some top coat. And finally done with the piggy. But look at what we got so far. And now we have to put some type of monster or something on this middle finger. Let's actually just do a mummy. I just need something easy. So I'm going to just do a little mummy wrap around the nail, around the whole nail. The whole nail gets mummy wrapped. It gets mummified. And I'm just gonna cure after every stripe that I do. So I'm gonna do this one and then cure that. We're gonna do another one this way, straight across. Go for another one, kind of going across. And I like to leave just a little tiny space in between. I might just outline everything, honestly. Just to clean it up. So now just to add a little bit more definition, I'm going to take that jelly black that I made like towards the beginning of the video, and we're going to create little shadows in between each little, whatever these things are supposed to be, pieces of cloth or whatever mummies have wrapped around them. It adds a little bit more detail, and it definitely helps it look more tattered up, if you get what I'm saying. Like a mummy is. A mummy is old and crusty and dusty. So this gives it that look. I wanted to add some lines just to make it look like it's crinkled up, like bunched up in some areas. So that's what this is. But we're almost done. All we gotta do is add the eyes and we're finished. Now my camera went dead right when I was making the shape of the eyes, but I start with the shape of the eyes and then I fill it in with this white and then I cure it. But you'll see the shape of the eyes in a minute, but we're gonna put the yellow on top. The very last thing, I'm going to take this yellow from that liner collection by Beetles, of course, and just go over the white and then give him some nice bright yellow eyes. So finally, after about 6 hours, we're done. We got the gang all here. We got the duck. And here's the comparison. And then the pig and Bugs Bunny himself. I wish I could have added a little bit more detail to make them look more like Frankenstein, but this is my first time doing detail artwork on shorter nails. But at least they glow in the dark, and I forgot that one little detail. My camera was hating on me because it didn't want to focus, but it glows more than this, I promise. But make sure you check out all of these gels from Beetles. I will have all of the links in the description down below. Used in this video was the Halloween Spellbook kit, then the liners that glow in the dark, and the nail art brushes that I used. I want to give a big thank you to Beetles for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for watching. If you watched this far, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for weekly nail trends, and I will see you guys next week.